So good.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a Beyond Us mini episode. Well, the plan that I'm trying to do here is kind of just make one long video once a week, kind of like covering whatever was going on the during that week beforehand, and then just drop like small mini videos throughout the week, kind of just to highlight certain things that recently just happened. So tonight we have the Warriors and Rockets game 2, and I just have a couple notes that I feel like are going to be important, at least maybe if you want to look out for while you watch the game, because I'm definitely tuning in. A couple of these things that I want to keep in mind, and maybe, hopefully, the coaching staff has on their mind too, about what it is that they could do better. We need to make sure that we kind of tone it down with the motion offense, and we know that that's kind of the Warriors' biggest weakness, and also their biggest strength. When the shots are not falling, you rely on the system to get the easy buckets, and that's kind of how you get through those rough patches. But at the same time, when you overly rely on the system, when you have overly aggressive defenders on the other team, that's how the turnovers pile up. And it's not a surprise that the Warriors are a really high turnover team, right? Going into game 2, we're going to be, you hear me weird, like if I'm part of the team, the Warriors are going to be extremely invested in a dogfight. The Rockets are not going to allow them to win that game. And another ask for me, hopefully, is that Steve Kerr pulls his guys out early, if needed, right? Steve Kerr could just pull their guys out early. Maybe the Rockets are up 15, 9 minutes left in the fourth. I'm okay with Steve Kerr just pulling everybody out. Hey, we're going to go back to Oracle Arena. Well, we could pull our guys back to Chase Center and defend home court there. And the reason why I think that is just because we did our job, or the Warriors did their job securing that game 1 already, right? Let's not play around with injuries. Let's not be cute or fancy. As soon as we see that the tunnel is getting dark and we need to get out of there, Steve Kerr, pull the guys. Let's stretch this series as long as we can. If we get out of this series, that's pretty much it until the Western Conference Finals. So those are my 2 things that I really think that we should hone in on. Pull the guys early as soon as you can. But number 2, chill out with the motion offense. Let's run more pick and roll. And throw Jonathan Kuminga in the game. Throw him in the game. Moses Moody has been in a shooting slump, and as far as a lot of people know. I don't mind Moses Moody being in the game because he's a really good defender. He's a great defender. All of a sudden, he's a really good defender, which is why he has way more rotational minutes than Jonathan Kuminga. But one thing that I did notice from game 1 is that Moses Moody is really hesitant on attacking Alperen Şengün. And if we don't have that point of attack, I think Steve Kerr needs to identify that and throw in Jonathan Kuminga in there. Granted, he is a little bit on the nut side and kind of just wilds out and goes crazy, which is fine. But I think that if we want somebody to add a little bit more of a scoring punch, I think Jonathan Kuminga needs to be in that lineup. At least 10 minutes. Let's give him 10 minutes to see how he does. I don't know if the rumors are true that he's trying to leave this team. Everybody kind of understands how he's been up and down with the team the last couple months, especially after that injury. But I think this could be a good thing. You give Jonathan Kuminga a shot, he might reconsider staying with the team in the long run. So in my opinion, this might only be a win-win situation. You get him some run. I don't expect the Warriors to win tonight. You get him some run in a game that you know that you're most likely going to lose. Give him a shot. Who knows? Maybe he goes for 35. You never know, right? The Jonathan Kuminga game, where he just destroys everybody. It's possible. I'm going to just leave that right there. Crazy wishful thinking, right? But we'll see. Oh, I also have this little note here as well. Steph Curry backdoors. They're taking his 3-point away. They're face guarding him. Backdoors, quick cuts, fake screen slips. That's gonna be the key for Steph to get easy buckets. Easy buckets. Easy buckets are important, you know, to just break the seal. That's what I got for the Warriors. And honestly, just a second topic that I want to talk about the Warriors really quickly. And again, I might be a biased person, but if Steph Curry wins this ring, is he not in the GOAT conversation? Is he not already in the GOAT conversation? That's question number one. But number two, if he wins this ring, he's definitely better than LeBron, right? I'm just posing the question. And I saw this, I've always thought about this question. They are both in the same, relatively the same era, and both have the same amount of chips. If you ask me, if Steph Curry somehow gets his 5th ring, he is undoubtedly top 5. I'll leave him top 5. I won't say top 3. I want to say it badly, but I would just give it top 5. I think Steph Curry will be a top 5 player of all time. And not to get, because this is not part of the notes, this is just me rambling a little bit. Not to get into it, but he's definitely top 10. And if he's not in your top 10, you're bugging. You're bugging. Anyways, we could get that. That's literally a video for a topic for a different video. Knicks losing the Pistons. I kind of expected that. I mentioned it in my previous video. The Knicks rely on Jalen Brunson way too much. That is going to be a common denominator in every single game moving forward in the playoffs. And after 2 years from now, 3 years from now, Jalen Brunson ball is not sustainable. There needs to be more dynamic offense on that team. And it's really frustrating when you watch it. And again, I alluded to it last video. The Knicks defense falls short a lot of the times, and it kind of blows my mind. It's like they don't communicate very well. It's super strange. And again, especially for a Tom Thibodeau-led team, where his identity is literally defense. There should be no reason why this Knicks team is not a top 5 defense in the East, which I'm pretty sure that they are. But come on. I just feel like a lot of the Knicks players' IQs are just really low in making quick decisions on the floor. And I don't know. I know that the Knicks are going to win this series. I'm certain of it. But they're going to I feel like it's going to be a lot harder for them. A lot harder than it should be. And that's kind of like the model that Knicks go for, right? Like the gritty, we're going to grind it out kind of games. But when it's an easy team, and honestly, you know what, let me backtrack a little bit. Detroit is a great team. I really, really like Detroit. And I'm really happy for them to get that playoff win, to be honest. I was actually more excited for them to get that win versus the Knicks getting that win. Detroit is awesome. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, they are all awesome players, and I'm super excited for Detroit. Yeah, so I don't know. I just think that the Knicks make it a little bit more harder than what it is, and they're not gonna make it very far. They're gonna face. Let me see who they're gonna face before the Eastern Conference Finals. They're gonna face either they're gonna lose before the Eastern Conference Finals or they're gonna lose at the Eastern Conference Finals. Once they face Boston or Cleveland, it's GG's for them. So us New York fans could be really happy about it, but I'm not too excited for this playoff run. It seems like it's going to end, and we kind of know it. And that might be a little harsh to say. But moving forward. And these are 2 quick topics. and we'll kind of just move on. I'll have like a couple breakdowns and a couple clips for the Warriors game that's playing tonight. John Morant is shot. Oh wait, nope. No pun intended. John Morant is shot. John Morant is shot. What do we call it? Young boy Morant. Young boy Morant is done for. Y'all remember that quote that he said, "I'm fine in the West"? This dude is getting belt to ass every night, brother. Come on, bro. I truly did expect a little bit more from this team. I said it the last episode. I truly did expect more from this team. Desmond Bane, all of these guys, man. Triple J. Like, they have a solid team, man. I just think that John Morant just doesn't maybe mold them very well together. I know that their defense lacks a little bit too. And honestly, this might be really unfair because we know that they're going up against OKC. So, what can you do? OKC is going to clean the floor with every team that they face, except the Warriors. So, I don't know. But John Morant, man, I feel really bad for him. Actually, no, I don't. But I kind of feel bad for the team in general. I don't know what their step forward is. What, do they bring in more vets after the season? Do they? I don't know. I really don't. That team is an enigma to me because I really don't know what the solution for that team would be. No idea. And the Bucks are down 2-0, and they lost the game that just passed with Damian Lillard. Those two gotta be like top 5 worst pairing ever. So much potential for those two, and they accomplished nada, nothing. I remember when that trade happened, and I was one of the very few people that were like, "Yo, I think that they're gonna win the chip." Really, Sonic? Really, bruh? I was one of the very few people that thought that they were going to win the chip. And I could have been more wrong. I don't even know how far they actually really got. Those two pairings they're awful. Giannis gotta get out of there, man. He's done. But anyways, I wanted to just come on here really quick and just give that quick takes that I feel like are going on right now in the playoffs. Again, for the Warriors tonight, I think the only thing that they really need to focus on is just reducing that motion offense and running more pick and roll with Jimmy Butler and like the rest of the team. The Rockets are well coached. They're going to be on the motion offense. Chill with the passes. Chill with that stuff. They're playing the lanes. Please, I hope that they went over that in the tape. Please. But yeah, that's it. This is a quick take. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back on Sunday night, I think, for the episode 2 of Beyond Dusk, and we're just gonna cover a lot of the rest of the stuff that went on for the week. And again, yeah, by the way, I have been right for everything I've said since episode 1 leading up to now. So let's see if this streak continues. If I call something out, man, open up FanDuel. Handle that. But yeah, thanks guys.